I'm Glenda, and I love to drink water.
And I'm Sam.
You're supposed to say something about yourself.
Oh.
Anyways, we're here with the Environmental Engineering Water Quality Laboratory of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And we're here to inform you about where your local tap water comes from and how Las Vegas leads the way in water conservation efforts.
What are you talking about, Glenda?
Most people don't know that 90% of the water in Las Vegas comes from Lake Mead, and less than 2% of Lake Mead is made up of treated wastewater that we send back through the Las Vegas wash. A few miles down from here is where we intake our water from Lake Mead. This is referred to as return flow credits.
Yep, you're drinking the same water that you poop in. Most people find it kind of gross, maybe even a little unsanitary, but there is a fancy schmancy way the water gets to become return flow credits.
It works like this. We can pump as much water as we'd like out of Lake Mead as long as we return enough to the reservoir to keep the net use at or below the state's annual allotment from Lake Mead.
Without return flow credits, we would have outgrown our water supply in 1992. That was the first year that we pulled out more water than our state's annual allotted water supply. Our population has increased by 560,000 residents since 2002. But with our water conservation efforts and return flow credits, despite population gains, our water usage is actually down 37% since 2002.
As you can see by the bathtub ring, water is already becoming very scarce in the Southwest, and Lake Mead is the biggest reservoir in the nation. In fact, we bank and provide water for Arizona, California, Nevada, and Mexico. But due to drought, our reservoir is depleting fast. So any safe water that we can replenish our reservoir with is very much needed so we can take more water out.
Look at New Orleans. They pull their water from the Mississippi River, which has over 803 wastewater discharge permits before it gets to them, and they treat their water for tap.
Yeah, in fact, Las Vegas has already been reclaiming wastewater every single day since 1956. So, today, Sam and I are hitting the streets of Las Vegas to educate people on our water conservation efforts, wastewater, and our return flow credits to take the ick factor out.
Yeah, get out of here, ick factor. Extreme! We're in Vegas, Glenda. Vegas!
Yeah! Vegas. City of sin.
I know. I am jacked.
Do you know Las Vegas has over 2 million residents and over 40 million tourists a year?
I didn't. But
Yeah.
what do all those people have in common, Glenda?
Well, they all use water, Sam, but I still don't understand why we're here.
Well, despite the city's perception of abundance, Las Vegas is actually a model city for water conservation efforts. We're here to raise awareness and to educate all of these tourists about how Las Vegas is saving water. Yeah!
Wait, Sam! Sam, where are you going?
It's trips this way. Come on! Hello, my name is Sam Waterloo, and this is my friend Glenda. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Uchenda.
Uchenda?
Hi, Sam. I'm Bernadette.
Kelsey.
Mark Rumpler. The Rump.
Marta.
Marta, nice to meet you.
meet you.
Amy San Diego.
San Diego, great place.
Here in New York.
We wanted to ask you a few questions just about our water source here in Nevada.
Okay.
So in comparison to the rest of the United States, how do you think Southern Nevada is doing with water conservation?
It's very difficult for you because you're in a desert area.
Well, it is a desert, so obviously they have more work to do than the average coastal town.
Probably not very well.
We do great on conservation.
We're probably the highest because we live in the desert, you know? So a lot of people are during the summer they get all hot and they start to, use water.
Yes, yes. Southern Nevada actually has been a model region for conservation efforts here in the United States. Yes.
Oh, wow.
We're killing it.
All right.
Yeah. All right, question 2 for you.
Yes.
Out of the state of Nevada's water resources, what percentage do you think Southern Nevada uses out of those water resources?
I'm going to do 13 to 18%.
20%?
40?
Probably 60, 70%, I would guess.
I don't know, maybe 20?
Less than 5%.
Oh, wow.
Since 2002, Southern Nevada's population has increased by more than 500,000 residents.
Yes.
In terms of percentage, how much more water from the Colorado River do you think we've used since 2007? 2002. Forgive me.
Well, I'll have to say 50%.
Probably only 1%.
Maybe like 10%?
Probably the same percentage.
I would say 5%.
Well, with the implementation of conservation
Yes.
programs,
Yes.
overall usage has decreased
Yes.
by 32%.
Wow.
Well, I think our work here is done, Sam.
Thank God. I'm sick of talking to all these tourists.
Where should we go next?
We need to talk some locals. But smart locals, like intellectuals.
Where are we going to find people like that in Las Vegas?
I know just a place.
Wait, Sam, why are you running? It's 100 degrees outside.
We gotta get there before class lets out. We made it.
Just barely.
Hey, let's go school some nerds on some wastewater, huh?
Just give me a second. I can't breathe.
Come on, Glenda. Use the wind. Use it. Does it disgust you that 1 to 5% of our water was, at one point, wastewater?
I feel totally okay with it. I mean, I think it's great.
I want to make sure like the water's clean, of course. Like I want to know how thoroughly they clean it.
Right on.
I get that we need to like reduce, reuse, recycle.
I think as long as you don't know that it's been wastewater, and
So what do you think of learning all of this? What's the main point that you take away after being informed about today and our water?
You know what, Glenda?
What, Sam?
We're here informing all these great people about the process and all, but we're not really seeing it all the way through.
What are you talking about?
Follow me. We're going to the wastewater treatment plant.
You know, I'm not too thrilled about running, but this is what I live for. Wastewater treatment plants.
I know you love your water. So do I. Let's go see how they clean some of this dirty wastewater, huh?
Yeah. Yes, thank you. In the Las Vegas area, there are two systems of drainage. The storm drain system is the discharge from our city streets. Some of the water enters into an underground system while other portions of the water travel in exposed concrete channels to the Las Vegas Wash, then into Lake Mead.
The second system is completely separate. The sanitary sewer or wastewater system takes over 99% of our interior wastewater. The pipe leads to a wastewater treatment plant.
The incoming sewage passes through screens, removing the trash, which is dried and taken to the landfill.
During primary treatment, the raw sewage flows into large underground tanks where sludge and scum are pumped out and dried in a later process.
Aeration begins by mixing the wastewater with living organisms that help remove phosphorus, which can damage the environment and wildlife. The wastewater is piped into large tanks where secondary treatment takes place. The remaining sludge is dried into centrifuges to form sludge cakes that landfills use to decompose trash faster.
Filtration starts by removing tiny solids and most of the remaining phosphorus. The wastewater is run through a chamber of ultraviolet lamps to neutralize any remaining pathogens, viruses, and bacteria.
Considered fully treated and ready for reuse, most of the reclaimed water is released, entering the Las Vegas Wash and traveling back to Lake Mead.
A portion of the treated wastewater is diverted to wetlands park, golf courses, parks, and businesses.
The high level of treatment assures accidental consumption or contact poses no significant concerns for humans or animals.
And because we replenish with our wastewater, we are allowed more return flow credits.
Back to tap, at a completely separate water treatment plant, the water we pull from Lake Mead, water officials further treat to bring it to safe drinking standards.
Treatment begins with disinfection using ozonation. Water is then aerated to reduce odor and increase oxygen content. Next, microscopic particles are combined in a process called flocculation.
Larger combined particles are removed by a multi-layered filter of anthracite, coal, silica sand, and garnet sand. Lastly, the water leaves the treatment facility and chlorine is added to protect against microbes. Zinc orthophosphate is also combined to avoid a Flint, Michigan type of pipe corrosion. Then it is released back to our tap.
After you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, now that we've seen the process the whole way through, I think there's only one place left to go.
Mexico?
No, Sam, not Mexico, Hoover Dam, so people can really get an understanding of why we need wastewater treatment.
What percentage of Las Vegas's municipal water do you think the hotels and resorts use?
Probably 25 to 30%.
Well, the hotels themselves, I don't know. I would say probably close to 85%. I know how much water I use when I'm in a hotel room, so
yeah,
it's quite a bit.
It actually is less than 8% of Las Vegas municipal water and less than 3% of Southern Nevada's water resources. So they're actually doing pretty well.
That's impressive.
Those resorts.
That's very impressive.
In 1999, Las Vegas implemented a campaign called Water Smart Landscapes. How many square feet of grass do you think the city has removed since then?
Removed? Probably nothing.
It's actually 181 million square feet of grass they've removed.
They've removed 100? Wow, I'm not the worst person for this. This is
No, trust me. Last question for you. What part of the resorts do you think use the most water?
The swimming pools.
It's a good one, but it's actually, a lot of people are surprised, it's the cooling and air conditioning systems.
Well, Glenda, we didn't get sued. Unless that one guy comes back.
Well, it was still a great day regardless, Sam.
Sure was. You know, they say you're not supposed to poop where you eat, but I guess it's okay to poop where we drink.